What's up, y'all? We got to do this one. We got to talk about this one right here, 16-year-old shot. I think that's more common than anything. Just 16-year-old black man shot. I don't know. Maybe it's a black man thing. Maybe it's a teenage thing. I don't know. Wait for a few more to get in the building. This ain't gonna be no long show unless we get a big panel. JP Hella Hard 2800. Salute. From Tacoma. Salute. Tacoma, Seattle. Salute. I-5. If you connected all the way through the I-5 West Coast, all the way to California, salute to you. Let's have this conversation, y'all. Get your gas, pour you up a drink. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 o'clock on the West Coast. We starting the show. We about 5 minutes late, but we're going to have this conversation. "16-year-old Ralph Yarl it's the young man we talking about here. Okay. And this white guy, I don't know why he felt the need to shoot this young man. It's the fuckalades, though. It's the fuckalades. We got the fuckalade on tonight, I really don't know why. Really don't know why. Is it racism? We're here to talk about it all. Here to talk about what the news was talking about. See what the news clip is saying about it. Some of the just disturbing things I heard. Disturbing. Things I heard in that damn news clip. I was sitting on the couch, made me almost flip my laptop off my lap. Because I was gonna do this one a couple days ago. I had it ready. And that's before I got the new developments about the story. We'll get one more in the building, then we'll start. Hit the like button, subscribe button. This is Dr. Hood, DRH19D. If you didn't know, we're growing this thing. Go check out the live stream earlier. Check us out. We got a lot of good things going on. A lot of good things going on. A lot of good things going on this channel. Okay. Let's get into it.
Hour with an update on a teenager shot after he mistakenly rang the wrong doorbell in Kansas City, Missouri. An 84-year-old homeowner now facing criminal charges.
16-year-old Ralph Yarl is recovering from the shooting. And now prosecutors say they believe the shooting may have been racially motivated. ABC's Rena Roy has been following the developments and joins us with the very latest. Rena?
Well, Charlene and David, according to court documents, the homeowner charged in this shooting told police he thought someone was trying to break in. Authorities say there's no indication the two ever exchanged words.
84-year-old Andrew Lester charged with felony assault, accused of shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl twice after police say the teen mistakenly went to the wrong house, knocked on the front door, and rang the doorbell.
As the prosecutor in Clay County, I can tell you there was a racial component.
Police initially detained Lester for questioning and let him go, sparking protests in the city. An arrest warrant now issued for Lester as Yarl recovers. Officials say he was shot in the head through a glass door and again in the arm. The incident unfolding Thursday night just before 10 when Yarl's family says he accidentally showed up at 115th Street instead of 115th Terrace, where he was supposed to pick up his younger siblings. According to court documents obtained by ABC affiliate KMBC, Lester claims that he thought someone was breaking in and that it was the last thing he wanted to do, but he was, quote, scared to death of Yarl's size. Yarl allegedly telling police that Lester told him don't come around here following the shooting. His family says thankfully he's making progress in his recovery, released from the hospital Saturday to recover at home.
We're just taking it day by day as he's healing. It's a slow process, but he's healing. And he's alive.
The family's lawyer telling ABC his injuries will impact him permanently. He's suffering from a cracked skull, traumatic brain injury, post-concussion syndrome, and subdural hematoma on the left frontal lobe.
How well he is doing is, in fact, miraculous, and we are excited about the progress that he has made.
Now, Yarl's family says the charges are a step in the right direction, but now they're hoping for a conviction. Rena.
And we hoping for something. We hoping for a conviction, you know. At the very least. At the very least. Just hearing the situation. What was dude's name? Lester or whatever the guy's name is. He said he feared the kid's size. You know, it just doesn't look like a big kid, you know. I mean, maybe you guys can help me out. You know, this little scrawny little 16-year-old kid, he probably about 5'6". Okay. He feared for his size. This 84-year-old man, Lester or whatever his name. I don't even care. It's another black man, young black man. You know, looks like the kid was doing something positive with his life. Helping out his mother or whatever it is with his little brothers. Didn't ask for any of this. Believe that's the porch right there that he went to, is supposedly breaking in. They said they went to Terrace instead of Avenue. You know, that's typical. That's a typical mistake that you can make. You know, my mother stays on Place instead of Street. You know, there's a street right there, and then the very next block to the west is Lane. No, it's Lane. Okay, it's not Place, it's Lane, right? So it's very easy to get the things mistaken if you're not from the area and you don't know the area and you've never been there. Okay. So he takes a shot. Not only one shot, supposedly through the glass door. I don't know how somebody's breaking in your house and they don't even open the door, but supposedly he breaking in the house, shoots him through the glass door, then approach him, probably stand on top of him, most likely while the kid's on the ground, shoots him again, okay, and says, "Don't come around here anymore." Ancient Brighton, man, that you might need to give me some more context. Put something in the chat or something. You know, I haven't heard that one, my brother. That sounds terrible too. That sounds like people with too much damn time on their hands. That sounds like somebody that does not think about setting an example for the next generation or anything. Okay. I was just watching the news. A 3-year-old got shot in Tukwila. Okay. Oh, North Carolina. Okay. Now that's sad when we're talking about life and life and death. Sometimes these people don't make it. You know, this kid's supposed to make it. They said he had permanent injuries and cracked skull and all. I mean, I could just imagine, you know, if you ever had a headache before, you know, I could just imagine, you know, getting thumped in the head with a bullet that goes through your fucking skull. Okay. The kid had brain surgery. This guy is 84 years old. I don't know how much time he's got. Like if what if he has to do 20, 30 years? Like, he's not even going to live that long. Okay. So what was this really about? Was this racial? Was this him doing his due diligence before he leaves this earth? And to kill a black man, the last thing he had to scratch off of his bucket list? Or was it accident? Was he really fearing his life? Was this kid really the big kid? And, you know, he's fearing for his size. Old guy, you know, maybe a guy 5'6" probably looks big to an 84-year-old. Okay. Play this again.
An update on a teenager shot after he mistakenly rang the wrong doorbell in Kansas City, Missouri. An 84-year-old homeowner now facing criminal charges.
16-year-old Ralph Yarl is recovering from the shooting. And now prosecutors say they believe the shooting may have been racially motivated. ABC's Rena Roy has.
What makes you think it was racially motivated? Like, what? You know, they don't want to expound on that. That little piece of detail right there. Has this guy had some racial stuff in his background before, or, you know, what's going on? And what took him so long to arrest him? Somebody told me they had to protest just for them to fucking arrest this man. Okay. If that was my black ass, I would have been in jail doxxed before I even got charged with anything. So what's really going on?
Following the developments and joins us with the very latest. Rena?
Well, Charlene and David, according to court documents, the homeowner charged in this shooting told police he thought someone was trying to break in. Authorities say there's no indication the two ever exchanged words.
Okay, they never exchanged. I mean, I don't know. The news be having shit so twisted up. I swear you can't listen to shit them motherfuckers say. You know, they're just trying to get a goddamn check, just saying any goddamn thing, you know. So the two changed, but I don't see why anybody would need to exchange words or whatever. I guess it's probably important to find out, you know, if he just flat out just whipped out and shot him just for no reason. I heard it was 10 o'clock at night. I wouldn't be sending my kid to nobody's house at 10 o'clock at night to pick up, you know, unless you know what it is, your GPS and things, and things get mixed up. At first I thought it was bizarre, like, damn, whose fucking parent would be that fucking stupid, right? Then it's like, okay, the kid is a driver. I heard he was a driver. I heard he He actually drove a vehicle to get the kids. So he didn't just come pick them up and get ready to walk home with some little brothers, probably 10 years old or 7 or however old the twin brothers are. But he actually had a car. And I don't know how true that is.
"84-year-old Andrew Lester charged with felony assault, accused of shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl twice."
Felony assault? Isn't that? Well, I know assault falls under attempted murder, but let's just put it out there. Felony assault makes it sound a little less than what it is. Let's say attempted murder. That's what he tried to do. He tried to kill this guy. He wanted to delete this guy. That's what happened, y'all.
After police say the teen mistakenly went to the wrong house, knocked on the front door, and rang the doorbell.
As the prosecutor in Clay County, I can tell you there was a racial component.
Police initially detained Lester for questioning and let him go, sparking protests in the city. An arrest warrant now issued for Lester as Yarl recovers. Officials say he was shot in the head through a glass door and again in the arm. The incident unfolding Thursday night just before.
So you shot him, and then you just didn't want to stop. Just what was it? Your adrenaline was pumping, or what happened, Mr. Lester? Okay, but you just thought you were that privileged that anybody come on your fucking porch, it doesn't matter if it's the pizza man coming to the wrong address or whatever, just shoot him, huh? What if it was a white boy or a white girl? Would you have shot him? I can almost guarantee you that this kid wasn't up to, any malicious activity, and that he was just going to pick up his brother. So what if it was a female? Yeah, shot him through the glass door. Shot him through the glass door and then shot him again. That's the piece of the evidence that's not sitting well with me. It's like, okay, yeah, I shot you through the glass door. Okay, it was the blow. It was the heaviest blow, I would imagine, because it shot him in the head or in the face or whatever. But then you got to go through that busted door or whatever, or you aim the gun through the busted door and you shot him again. You told him, don't come around here no more. And the kid ran off. You had a little 32 or whatever, those aren't really high impact weapons, but at point blank range, they can do some damage. And if they go inside of you and get to bouncing around and, those 22s and, some of those different calibers, those bullets can be very nasty if they enter the human body at that speed. And those type of fragments and metals and stuff, hot, swizzling through your body, that shit could fuck a lot of shit up. It's a lot of surgery, a lot of damage, a lot of nerve damage. It's a lot going on. A lot of bullets and fragments and shit get stuck in your body that you can't get out. Complications later on down the road. Getting shot is a nasty thing. It's a very nasty thing. So what is this guy going to do? What's some more information about this guy? Because we don't need these type of guys on the streets. I'm sorry. They're locking dudes up for trying to start businesses and shit, and maybe getting a little overwhelmed, but not this shit. Somebody that's a threat to society. Showing that he doesn't want to follow the rules. Just knock on the door and just whip out my pistol and just start shooting? Hmm. It doesn't make sense.
10 when Jarl's family says he accidentally showed up at 115th Street instead of 115th Terrace, where he was supposed to pick up his younger siblings. According to court documents obtained by ABC affiliate KMBC.
And that kid didn't look big, unless those little guys were 5'8", and he was like fucking 6'7". Like, that kid's not big. He's not a very big kid. He didn't hit the lottery when it came to DNA. He didn't. He didn't get the height DNA. He didn't hit the basketball lottery. He's not going to be no big, tall dude.
Lester claims that he thought someone was breaking in and that it was the last thing he wanted to do, but he was, quote, scared to death of Jarl's size.
Yeah, you sound like an 84-year-old punk-ass old man. That's what that sounds like, a poor excuse. Nobody brandished anything at you. He didn't come through that door. You didn't have to answer the door. You could have told him to go away. What did you do? You just shot. You didn't care much about this guy's life at all. And that's the problem.
Allegedly telling police that Lester told him don't come around here following the.
And look at this kid. He got a saxophone. This guy's got a clarinet or a saxophone, or I don't really know my instruments and stuff. You guys are gonna have to help me. I never was in a band. Okay. I think I had a little recorder or something. Teacher let everybody come home. She did a couple of ditto sheets. We learned how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. I mean, that's pretty much all the music class that I had. Okay. I wasn't tugging big ass trombones and tubas and shit down the street, jumping on the bus and shit with a big ass tuba and shit. I wasn't doing that. So that looked like a little saxophone or something. I want to play the saxophone. That shit's expensive. You got to buy that saxophone. It might not be expensive now, but my parents thought it was expensive. I was like, shit, I play the saxophone. I play that motherfucking saxophone. This don't look like no gang member. This don't look like a kid that's been breaking in houses. This don't look like a kid that had drugs in his system. But because of his skin, he had to eat that bullet. And that's the problem.
Shooting. His family says thankfully he's making progress in his recovery. Released from the hospital Saturday to recover at home.
We're just taking it day by day.
I see a little ass kid right there. That looked like one of my sons. Just a little ass scrawny bird chest little kid. Not no threat. Not nothing. No, somebody's trying to break in. He's doing a duty for his aunt. I didn't really hear his mother speak up about this, and I don't know what the situation is with that, and I don't know why she hasn't spoke up. Or if she spoke up. I'm not going to go get 100 clips from the news. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that.
As he's healing. It's a slow process, but he's healing.
See, that's the auntie.
He's alive.
The family's lawyer telling ABC his injuries will impact him permanently. He's suffering from a cracked skull, traumatic brain injury, post-concussion syndrome, and subdural hematoma on the left frontal lobe.
You know, I mean, and that's huge. Just a list of what this man's gonna have to deal with. Cracked skull. Like we can write a whole book report on just cracked skull alone. Traumatic brain injury. You know, that's huge. That's a lot of all in itself. If you erase everything else and just put traumatic brain injury, that right there could ail you for the rest of your life, could give you serious problems. Some of us on this stream right now, we're so blessed that we don't have a traumatic brain injury to deal with today, right? April 21st. It's only 10:30 on the East Coast. If this is something that you had to deal with in real time, a traumatic brain injury, right? Post-concussion syndrome. You know, subdural hematoma. I got the caption right there. Yeah. So, it don't sound like it's very comfortable.
How well he is doing is in fact miraculous, and we are excited about the progress that he has made.
Now, Jarl's family says the charges are a step in the right direction, but now they're hoping for a conviction. Rena.
Okay. So the charges, and it's in stepping in the right direction, all of that, we hear that. We hear it. We hear it. And that's what it is. This is one of our kids. That's why it's important. That's why nobody's here. Anything that's important, nobody's going to be here. And that's fine. It's just be a short stream just to make sure that I did my due diligence and I talked about the situation to get us better awareness of people that didn't know about this shit. So they'll know. Because if this was a black guy, it would have been all over the place. It would have been the big thing. They say we're criminals and we do all of it. Okay. I hear you, but it doesn't reflect of what I'm seeing. Because this is what I'm seeing. This is even an old man still got hate in his heart. I can see some young dudes, 20 in your 20s and 30s, maybe 40s. You get in your 50s, it's kind of like, you kind of throw that shit out the window, 60, 70. You're pretty fucking humbled old motherfucker, bro, at that age. But still, at 85 years old, this motherfucker still has that staunch hate in his heart. It's not cool, y'all. It's not cool, y'all. Anyway, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Smack that bell for notification. This is Dr. Hood. Rest up, young fella. Get better. Hope everything's better. I heard that the GoFundMe raised about $3 million in just a couple of days or something. So hopefully those funds go to something, I'm pretty sure if God's willing, you make a speedy recovery and a full recovery. But if you're a little slow or, you can't move around as much, hopefully some of that money could help pay for a lot of shit. I think medical bills need to go on this asshole, though. If his kids thought they was getting a house or whatever they thought the fuck they was gonna get when your old ass croak, I think that should go to this kid and his medical bills and stuff. I think it's fair. You fucked up. You did what you did. And that's what that is, bro. And it's proof you did it. You admitted you did it. He saw you do it. He was a victim of it. You shot him again. You showed no remorse for this kid. Just because of his size, a little ass scrawny 5'5" kid. This is Dr. Hood, I'm out.